Good dog.
When all the heads in the house turn towards the door, and all the men's jaws drop to the floor, it's nothing to me, it's just how I roll. People on the dance floor starting to jump, and all their little hearts going thump, thump, thump. Nothing special to me, that's just how I roll. Hold on to something, can't grab a hold. Don't you say that you weren't told. Well, I should come with a danger sign. Move over, ladies, this is mine.
Hi-ho, and welcome to my garden. Today we're going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart. Alcohol. So I have a Meyer lemon tree in my garden, and it is just the loveliest thing. Oh, I love it. Now with lemons, you can use it for all sorts of things. You can cook with lemon, you can make lemonade, you can throw it at your spouse or children when they're misbehaving if the good book isn't available. But my favorite use of lemons is limoncello. That's Italian for shit-faced. Anywho, limoncello is amazing. I like drinking it chilled, straight up, or maybe over a single ice cube. And if you're willing to part with it, it makes great gifts. So, last Christmas, I brought some over to my sister Laurel's house. And it was that, and not Jesus, that got me through that holiday. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry, but it's true. Oh, that woman is only good at one thing, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, and maybe chasing men away. So 2 things. I know you're supposed to love your family, but she makes that so difficult. Ugh. Her daughter's an angel, though. I love her. But Lord, her son. Ugh. I swear that boy is so dumb he could throw himself down on the ground to miss. Now, making limoncello is pretty easy. You're going to want to start off with a double batch because anything less than that is just silly. So, for my everyday vodka, I usually have one of those big girl jugs I keep in the freezer. But for this recipe, you're going to want to have one of those normal size bottles. Yeah. So you're going to have 1 bottle of vodka and 1 bottle of Everclear. Okay? And you're going to mix those together in a glass container. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everclear sounds kind of strong, but trust me, girl, you do not want to use just vodka. Because if you use just vodka for this, it's going to be weaker than Laurel's second husband. And nobody wants that. So, you're going to take your vodka and your Everclear. Oh, and on the flip side, don't use just Everclear. I did that once, and, oh, girl, I almost went blind. If you use just Everclear, it's like rubbing alcohol that tastes like lemons, and no, that's just a bad idea. Yeah. I don't even remember what happened. That'll probably kill you. Yeah. So you're going to take 20 lemons and you're going to put them in the freezer. When you freeze the lemons, it actually makes them easier to peel because you want to get as thin a slice of the rind as possible. You don't want to get too deep. Laurel doesn't have that problem. But if you do go too deep, you're going to get that white stuff, the pith, and ooh, child, it's just going to be bitter, like my sister. And that's right, Laurel. You're shallow and you're bitter. I said it last Christmas and I'm saying it again now. You almost want to think like when you're in like a fancy Italian restaurant and they come around with that block of Parmesan cheese and they make those really thin shavings. That's what you want to think about with those lemons. That's what you want to do. So you're going to take those, you're going to dump that in with your Everclear and vodka mixture. And here's the hardest part. You're going to have to wait 3 weeks. I know. 3 weeks for this to kind of sit and let it settle in. Now, some recipes are going to say that you could wait 3 days to a week, but they are lying like a dog with no legs. Yeah, it's true. because it just doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't really infuse the way that it really should. And I know this is the hardest part because it requires patience. But if I've learned anything of 17 years of marriage, it's patience. I mean, I'm all for instant gratification, but why start now? So after you wait 3 weeks, you're going to want to strain out that booze from the lemon pails, and then you're going to add your simple syrup. Now, if it's a double batch, I'm going to say maybe like 1.5 to 2 cups, because unless you have a crazy sweet tooth, you're going to want to hold back on that. I know I'm going against my Southern sweet tea loving heritage, but I just feel like I'm sweet enough as it is. And I just don't need all that extra sugar. Plus, if you use all that extra sugar, it's just going to make you fat. Just ask my sister Laurel. She'll tell you. But going back to that simple syrup, I like using some brown sugar. I use brown sugar in mine instead of the regular sugar because it gives it that hint of molasses, which tastes just so good with those lemons. Yeah. It's true. And the last batch that I made was a triple batch, and I only used 2 cups of simple syrup, and it was pure heaven. Well, I hope you learned something today, and if you don't have a lemon tree in your garden or yard, you can always go to the store and just get yourself some lemons. And remember, even though you're only using the rinds for making limoncello, you can always use the fleshy part for things like cooking or mixers. I don't know. But I better get going. I promised Laurel that I would give her a call. Although she's just going to drone on about men troubles and her son going into his 5th year of high school. I should probably have a couple more of these if I'm going to go through that. But bye now, and thanks for visiting my garden. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh.